There's a moment after the fall, when everything feels suspended. A moment after the bad news, after the layoff, after the rejection email, after the opportunity that slipped through your fingers. A moment when time stretches and the world feels like it keeps moving without you. A moment when the dust hasn't even settled yet, but your mind is already racing to dark places. Maybe this is it. Maybe this is the end. Maybe I peaked. Maybe I'll never recover. Maybe this was my one shot and I blew it. Maybe I'm not meant for anything bigger. Maybe I asked for too much. Maybe I dreamed too loudly. Maybe I'm not as special as I thought. That spiral is real, it's raw, it's human and left unchecked. It can cement itself into your story so deeply that you start living like it's true. You start moving like someone whose best days are behind them. You start speaking smaller dreams out loud. You start shrinking your presence in rooms. You start accepting less because you think that's all that's left for you. But here's the truth you need to hear, not later, not someday. That now, right in the thick of it, your setback is not the end of your story. It never was, it never will be. A setback is a chapter, a scene, a paragraph, a painful plot twist, but it is not the whole book. It is not the final word. It is not the sum total of who you are, what you're capable of, or what you deserve. It's just a part of your becoming, a necessary, brutal, refining part, but a part, not the whole. And how you move in this moment, how you hold yourself in the aftermath, matters more than what knocked you down. Because you can't always control the fall, but you can always choose the frame. You can choose how you tell this part of your story. To yourself, to the world, to the future you're still walking toward. You can choose not to narrate it as failure, but as forging, not as proof you're broken, but as proof you're being rebuilt for something stronger, not as the end, but as the uncomfortable essential middle, where the real character development happens. Think about every story that's ever moved you. In books, in movies, in real life. Were they great because the hero never struggled? Because everything went according to plan? Because they nailed it on the first try? Climbed the ladder seamlessly? Coasted into success without breaking a sweat? Of course not. The stories that move us are the ones where someone gets knocked down hard and then chooses to get back up differently. Stronger, softer, wiser, clearer, braver, more themselves than they ever were before. You are living that story now. You are standing at the hinge point, the moment that can either close your heart or crack it wide open. The moment that can either define you by defeat or deepen you into resilience. And the choice isn't about pretending you're not hurting. It's not about forcing gratitude too soon. It's not about slapping on a fake smile and pretending this isn't hard. It's about choosing to tell yourself the truth, the deeper truth, the truth that says, this sucks, yes. This hurts, yes. This isn't what I planned, yes, and still. This is not where I stop. This is not where I give up on myself. This is not where my story ends. Because your story is still alive. Your story is still breathing. Your story is still being written, one brave, messy, defiant sentence at a time. And you, the author of your own life, get to pick up the pen even now. Especially now, even with the doubt rattling your bones. Even with the grief heavy in your chest. Even with the fear louder than your faith some days. You get to choose what comes next. And no, you don't have to know the whole plot yet. No, you don't have to have the ending mapped out. You just have to write the next line, the next word, the next breath. Maybe today it sounds like I am still here. Maybe tomorrow it sounds like I don't know what's next, but I'm willing to believe there is a next. Maybe next week it sounds like I'm going to show up for myself. Even if no one else sees it yet. Those are lines of power. Those are lines of hope. Those are lines that build bridges back to yourself. Because the real recovery after a setback isn't external, it's internal. It's reclaiming your belief in your own ability to rise. It's choosing to see your value, even when the world doesn't mirror it back to you. Right away, it's holding on to the truth that you are bigger than this moment, bigger than this loss, bigger than this plot twist. You are still capable, you are still worthy, you are still becoming, and the future you're stepping into isn't lesser because of what you're walking through. It's richer because of it. The empathy you're growing now will make you a better leader, a better creator, a better human. The humility you're learning now will make you more grounded, more compassionate, more real. The clarity you're earning now about who you are, what you want, what you will no longer settle for, will shape every choice you make moving forward. And someday, maybe sooner than you think, You will look back on this season and see it for what it was. Not the end, but the beginning of a deeper, truer chapter. A chapter you could never have written. From the easy places. A chapter that cost you but shaped you. A chapter that didn't just change your circumstances, but changed you and that version of you. The one who emerges not just successful but whole. That version of you will be unstoppable. But first you stay here. First you breathe here. First you honor the pain without letting it own you. First you hold your own hand through the dark, whispering, this is not the end. This is not the end. This is not the end. Because it isn't, it never was. You are not done, you are not defeated. You are in process, you are in progress. You are in the sacred, messy middle, where the most important transformation that happens in one grand epiphany. Trust yourself. Trust the slow, strange, holy work of rebuilding from brokenness. Trust that even if you can't see the whole picture yet, you are still part of a bigger story, one that is still unfolding, still surprising, still full of possibilities you can't yet imagine. Trust that the best parts are not behind you. They're ahead of you, waiting to meet the version of you who chooses not to quit here. So keep walking, keep breathing, keep believing, even on the days when belief feels fragile. Keep writing your story, not with perfect sentences, but with real, raw, honest ones. Keep choosing yourself, your dreams, your life, over and over and over again. Your setback is not the end. It's just a bend, a place where the path gets steeper. Yes, but also a place where your soul gets stronger. A place where resilience takes root. A place where future victories start quietly, invisibly beneath the surface. A place where you remember that you were never just the sum of your successes. You are always the sum of your strength. And you right now, right here, are stronger than you know. Stronger than your fear, stronger than your failure. Stronger than your worst day. So trust the unfolding, trust the becoming. Trust the story that's still yours to write. And trust that even here, even now, even in this, your best chapters are still to come.